I want to say, old as I am, I was not a fighter in Spain. I was too young to fight in Spain. You can see that.
Yes, okay, you need to do it right.
Lo primero que quiere decir es que, aunque parezca muy mayor, no lo es tanto, porque era demasiado joven para venir a luchar en España. Tenía solamente 8 años. Ya.
But Spain and Madrid was always a part of me. I grew up in New York City, and when I was a young boy of 8, 9 years old, Spain and Madrid meant everything to us. To save Madrid was the slogan of millions of people in the United States and especially in New York, and also for me as an 8 and a 9-year-old. Madrid was in my heart always. And Madrid
Quiere decir es que a pesar de que era muy joven, él creciendo en Nueva York, él era muy consciente de lo que estaba pasando y el sufrimiento de Madrid. Lo tenía muy presente con 8 y 9 años.
We watched how people fought here on the Manzanares and at Jarama, and we hoped for them and feared for them. And so I can say that Madrid siempre en mi corazón. I have been to Madrid twice before, but I never saw much of the city. This time I saw more of Madrid and saw what a wonderful city it is today. I love Madrid. I would like to come back, but when I see the buildings, I think not so much of the buildings, but of the people here, whom I know so many of you are the children and the grandchildren of people who fought to defend Madrid. And therefore, I feel very, very close to all of you.
Él solamente había venido a Madrid en 2 ocasiones anteriores y esta vez que había venido un poquito más tiempo, le ha dado tiempo a realmente ver y bueno, disfrutar un poco de los edificios y de la belleza que tenemos en Madrid y sobre todo de la gente. Para él es muy importante, se siente muy identificado con nosotros, con nuestra generación. Él siempre piensa, bueno, estos son los nietos y los hijos de aquellos que sufrieron la guerra civil.
While the Spanish people were suffering here 40 years after Madrid was lost, under Franco, we in the United States did not have such a terrible time, but we had difficult times too, in the 1940s, the 1950s. And they were difficult times for people of the left and for communists. And this meant for me too, and this forced me to leave my country and to leave the American Army and to go to East Germany, where I lived until today.
Obviamente, como España estaba sufriendo después de la victoria de Franco, sufría la dictadura durante esos 40 años, también eran tiempos difíciles para Estados Unidos, eran tiempos difíciles para la gente de izquierdas, eran tiempos difíciles para cualquier liberal, cualquier mente independiente, y igualmente él sufrió y tuvo que terminar como exiliado, desertó del ejército americano y terminó como exiliado en Europa del Este y vive hoy día todavía en Berlín.
This means that I have 3 homelands. My own homeland, the United States, and Germany, where I live now, and Spain. And I can tell you that in the United States, maybe you know it, in San Francisco they have a monument to the Spanish fighters. They have a monument in Wisconsin to the Spanish fighters. They tried to have a monument in New Hampshire, which is conservative, a difficult fight, because it is still a difficult fight. But in Berlin, we had and have a wonderful monument to the interbrigadistas, which after 1990 we were able to save because the mayor of that borough of Berlin, his mother is Spanish and was a fighter in Spain. So we still have this very wonderful monument to the fighters. If you ever go to Berlin, you should see this monument, which we still have and we still keep, and every year we go there to honor it.
Como sabéis, bueno, hay monumentos a los brigadistas en Estados Unidos, hay monumentos en San Francisco, hay un monumento en Wisconsin y hay también un monumento en Berlín, un monumento que es particularmente relevante porque, bueno, cuando con la caída del telón de acero en 1990, pues sobrevivió la reunificación de Alemania, precisamente porque el alcalde o concejal, el alcalde, su madre era española y había sido parte de las brigadas. She was in the brigades, the Spanish mother.
No, she was Spanish.
Yeah, she was exiled.
Yeah.
Yes. Ella había sido exiliada en Alemania también y fue porque su madre le dijo, esto no se mueve. Y cada año hacen allí una ceremonia en Berlín y él nos anima para que vayamos a ver el monumento a los brigadistas internacionales en Berlín.
A ceremony like here today, but not so many. But when I visit Madrid today, I think not only of the past, but of the present. And we read in Berlin or wherever we read about the terrible troubles that you have here in Spain. The people with no money, the people with no jobs, the people with no homes. It's not only in Spain, but we know that it is very, very serious in Spain and spreading throughout the world. And we know that you in Spain have that are troubled by the same people who trouble us in so many other countries. These powerful companies with their millions and their billions who are never satisfied. The people who love to sell their cigarettes, who love to sell McDonald's food, who love to sell Disney articles, and who love to sell weapons, terrible weapons, hand weapons and big weapons. And these are the people who are making it difficult for you in Spain, for us in Germany, for the people of the United States.
Él está muy al corriente de lo que está pasando en España, lo sigue con mucho interés. Le apena muchísimo todo lo que estamos pasando, los desahucios, el paro, todo el desempleo, toda la crisis. Sin embargo, él es también muy consciente de que los responsables de todo esto, realmente los que lo mueven son las grandes multinacionales y es todo este imperio de Disneyland, de McDonald's, de las grandes multinacionales, incluyendo los vendedores de tabaco, las tabacaleras, los vendedores de armas, los comerciantes de armas y bueno, que eso es lo que realmente a ellos les interesa, que todo esto se esté produciendo, pero estamos realmente mirando a los mismos enemigos desde Alemania, desde Estados Unidos, desde España.
And we know that this is a difficult struggle, a difficult fight. As it was then, it is a difficult fight today. They are very wealthy and very powerful. And unfortunately, some people had hopes in the United States that President Obama would change everything. It does not look as if he is changing everything from what we see. The fighting is continuing. It went on from Libya to Syria. Now he is working against Iran. After Iran, he's next to Russia. It's a dangerous, dangerous world. And we see how the atmosphere, the climate is suffering. It's a difficult fight, but there are reasons for hope. And this is where, when we hear, or perhaps...
Como sabéis, es una lucha muy difícil en estos momentos. El resto del mundo realmente tenía esperanzas en Obama. Obama iba a ser más o menos el salvador, ¿no? Nos iba a ayudar a todos. No parece que vaya a ser el caso, lo tiene muy complicado. Quizás ha decepcionado un poco ciertos aspectos bueno,
But we have reasons for hope also. We were happy, I don't know what you think, we were happy to see what happened in Venezuela a few weeks ago, that the people triumphed. We have hopes when we read about Bolivia, Ecuador, and other countries. We have hope. We have hope when we read of the people fighting in Cairo, La Plaza. Difficult, complicated, but it gives us hope that the Moros, who were such a bad position here in 1936, we have now our Arab people who are fighting for a good thing. It's a wonderful change.
Nos da esperanza saber lo que está pasando, lo que ha pasado en Venezuela, en Bolivia, lo que está pasando en Cairo, en la plaza del Tahrir, y especialmente para él esta idea de, obviamente, los moros que vinieron, las tropas moras que vinieron con Franco. Es reconfortante ver ahora a gente
de los países árabes
luchando ahora por la libertad, algo que obviamente no podían hacer bajo Franco.
And therefore, we are happy when we read Indignados in Puerto del Sol. We are happy when we read, or in Valencia, I saw them in Valencia, the Indignados. We are happy when we see how they fight in Greece, in Athens, in Lisbon, and in one place after another. We have hopes that 14th of November, people indignados